The pi price action is moving from here to the downside. Will this level of support hold the market for it to move upward, or we're going to see the market come back down into this very area of support before the next move to the upside? This is very important for all pi holders and traders. And if you come to the Bitcoin price action, definitely market is retracing right here. Where will this retracement come into before the next move to the upside? Will the market come into this very area before the next move upward, or market is going to come into this very point before the next move upward, or market is going to, from where it is right now, move all the way to the upside? And if you come to coin market cap, you discover that the fear and greed index is still at the neutral position, 53%. This is super important. And for the Pi blockchain, if you look at the mainnet, there is new migration and a lot of transaction ongoing right now on the Pi blockchain. Let's discuss all of this and many more in this very video. The first thing here is the Pi price action. If you look at it, market is coming back down. Of course, we are still in this very trade. Market is still going to move upward, but what I am expecting right now is for the market to come back down a little bit into this level of important support before the next movement to the upside. And this is super important if you're also in that very position on the Telegram channel. Market have possibility right now of breaking on this level of support and move back down into this very area of support, because that is what I am looking at right now. Market can break here, and after that breakout, come back down a little bit into this very area before the next move to the upside. As you know, we are in this very trade on the Telegram channel. What that means is market can come back down and hit us out in loss, or market come back down, we check how the trade is going to run, and then we close in little loss or half loss, as the case may be. So right now, market have capacity of coming back down from here into this very point before the next move to the upside, and this is super important even though you're in a trade right now. By USDT 1-day chart, you discover that this market still have momentum of coming back to the downside. We are still in the downtrend. Market move all the way to the downside from this very area, and then right here market come back down, move up a little bit. At this very point, market have capacity of coming back to the downside into this very area of 0.55 and this very area of 0.51. That is where I am expecting market to come back down to, because on the 1-day chart we are still in a very severe downtrend, and that is why we are also seeing the 4-hour chart coming back down in line with what the 1-day chart is doing, because the higher time frame control what is going to happen on the lower time frame, in this very case the 4-hour chart. So this is what you must have to pay attention to right now if you are trading Pi and if you are mining Pi. The most important part of this very video is the fact that the Bitcoin price action is actually coming back down as expected. If you look at it, market is going to retrace. Of course, if you've been following me right here on this very channel, I talk about the fact that market is going to move upward, but I am not going to take a trade. That was when the market was at this very point right here, and market do move upward. And of course, if you take a trade right here and market move upward, you should be in little profit. That means, let's say for example, you take a long position from this very area and you set your stop loss at this very point and you look for 1 to 2. If you look for 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, that means your target should be around this very area, okay? But if you look for 1 to 1, then that means your target should be around this very area. You should hit your target. And if you do 1 to 2, you should be in maybe loss or very little profit right now, because I believe market is going to come back down. And that is the reason why I did not take that trade, because it was not a good trade to take, because I believe that the market is going to retrace. So even though market will move upward, without me being in a position, it does not matter, because in trading, you don't chase price, okay? Let's say for example, and I see the market moving upward at this very area, and I jump into the market. Of course, that is me chasing price. Why? Because my level or what I am expecting the market to do, market have not done it. So I have to wait for the market to do that for me to take a position. And that is why I have not taken any position on the Bitcoin 4-hour chart. If you are in the Telegram channel, you discover that I have not given any position yet, and I will still give that very position on this very Telegram channel right here. That means if you've not joined the channel, join right now. The link in the description of this very video and also in the pinned comment to receive that very signal. And if you come back here, you discover that I am still waiting for that very trade opportunity to come into the market before the next move to the upside. And that is why I am still waiting for this very retracement to happen into this very area. And of course, this is weekend, so we should see the market come back down a little bit, than moving upward. Anything can happen in crypto. Market can from this very point begin to pump all the way to the upside. That is very possible, but 80% right now market should retrace into this very area. If I see that and then I see confirmation, I'm going to give that very long position or buy signal on BTC USD 4-hour chart for the market to move all the way to the upside. And of course, if market move down into this very area as well, I'm going to give a trade for market to move all the way to the upside. That means this level right at this very point and this level right at this very area is where I am expecting the market to retrace back into before the next move to the upside. I am talking about this very price level of 92.6k and this very area of $91,000. Within this very area, this is my first area of interest, and market can come back down into this very area of $90,000 and this very point of 88.9k. okay, this is my second level I am expecting the market to come back down into before the next move to the upside. And this is what you must have to pay attention to as well to be in the right direction of the market. The bottom line here is that you don't chase price. When it comes to technical analysis, you don't chase price. Mark out your key levels, mark out the point of interest, and wait for the market to come back down into that very area after retracement, and then you confirm that retracement have ended. Then you take a position for market to move upward. What that also means is that if market did not come back down into your point of interest and market begin to move upward, then you will see other points of interest as market begin to move upward and shift your bias upward as well in line with current price action. That is how price action works, and this is super important if you want to be in the right direction of the market. So right now, I am expecting that the price of Bitcoin retrace into this level before the next move upward. I'm going to give that signal in the signal group, or retrace back down into this very area before the next move to the upside. This is what you must have to pay attention to, and don't miss that trade that is going to drop very, very soon. We need to wait. We need to be patient with the market to come into this level before we're going to take that very position. And of course, if you come back to the Bitcoin 1-day chart, something has happened on the 1-day chart already, which is very, very critical for the market moving upward. Look at it right here. This very level of important resistance, market have created a new high. Breaking out of this very level of important resistance is a game changer in the market already. So what we will see right now is aggressive pump in the market. That is why I said, even though you see the market begin to correct a little bit, that correction is not going to last long in the market. Market is going to pump all the way to the upside and create a new high into the 100k and 100k plus level next month latest. This is what I am personally looking at. By next month May, we should see Bitcoin approach 100k and 100k plus based on what I am seeing on chain and technical data. This is what we must have to pay attention to right now on the 1-day chart, so that we can use the 4-hour chart to trade in line with what you're seeing on the 1-day chart already right here on price action. And this is what you should not fail to keep your eye on if you want to be in the right direction of the market. Markets have a lot of momentum to move upward on the 1-day chart. And on CoinMarketCap, you discover that the fear and greed index is still at 53%. Look at it right here. And the global market cap have increased a little bit for the past 1 week than what we've seen in the past. That means there is a lot of optimism in the market. Not only that, liquidity is flowing into the market already, which is a good thing for the market moving upward. And once we see the market come into the greed area, it means that more optimism in the market, more liquidity, market is going to continue moving all the way to the upside, and that is why you should take your position and get ready for aggressive pump in the market very, very soon. And if you come to the Pi network, that is on the mainnet, it is covered that there is new migration. If you check the past 48 hours, it is covered that the unlock mining reward have increased, which means some tokens have been released into circulation, which is super important, thereby increasing the migrated mining reward right at this very point, and also increasing the circulating supply right at this very area. Despite this new release into circulation, I still expect the price of Pi coin to come back down before any move to the upside, because the perspective about the market right now have changed completely for Pi, and this is super important. Consider supporting this channel by leaving a like for this video, subscribe if you have not, and turn on the bell notification for more crypto videos like this one. Also check the channel for other crypto contents. Join our Telegram channel, the link in the description of this very video and also in the pinned comment for more crypto updates. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.